Oh, hi, Cynthia.
Hi, I'm Cynthia from Toy Making Plan.
Oh, yeah, this is Susie.
Hi, Ken. Hi,
Welcome,
Susie.
welcome. I'm Cynthia Lumen with ToyMakingPlans.com, and I'm here in beautiful Santa Maria, California with Ken Martin and his beautiful wife, Susie Martin.
We own Fuzzy Duck Creations, and we build toys that kids love and parents trust.
A little history about how we started toy making, why we started. Years ago, when I was in college, I became very ill and had to stay home for 6 months, and my dad decided that it would be good for me to maybe work together with him and build a railroad set in HO scale and build a set of buildings to go along with it. We built little barns. We used to live in Missouri, and a lot of barns back there, and I love old wooden barns. So we built a couple barns that used to have the writing on the top, and as advertisement, this is just strip wood, balsa wood put together. Very simple build, but you probably can't read this, but it is the writing on the top says KBM Marketing, and I used to sell these with different signatures or logos on the top. This is a diorama we built. The intention was to have it a repair barn for locomotives and train cars and that type of thing.
This is a little store that Ken made and named after me. And it's unbelievable because he actually made this out of a green file folder, a hanging file. He put a lot of little humorous things in there, little personality things. He knows I would never sell Playboy, but he's got the Playboy emblem there. And he has an American flag because he's quite patriotic. We both are. And then I used to be a commercial fisherman, and so he put in bait and then beer and wine. Again, I don't drink, so that's a little twist of comedy as well.
We talked a little bit about dioramas and how we got to dioramas, and all my life, all my working life, I wanted to have a wood shop, and I know nothing about wood, working with wood, what wood does what. But a friend of mine had a whirligig that was broken, and for some reason I thought I could fix it. Well, I couldn't. So I went and bought a bunch of simple tools at Sears, Craftsman tools, spent a couple $100, and started making my own. And this is one of the ones that's in progress right now. The parts are here. This is a chopping Man Whirligig, and the little guy will stand there and the thing will go like this, run by the propeller. It's just very simple, but it's my most popular whirligig, and it's been the one that's most popular throughout the country for years and years and years. So we started making what are known as bandsaw boxes. They used to be very, very popular. And then we like NASCAR. I'm a huge NASCAR fan. So we started making a racing flag like the checkered flag and of course everybody knows the 88 number belongs to Dale Earnhardt Jr. We did some other signs. This is one that we made for my wife. My wife's a nurse, so as you can see, it's kind of a spoof on management. And then we decided we wanted to do something different, so we started playing with puzzles. And we make a puzzle box that you can send any photo you want, and we will then make a puzzle out of it. We provide the box and the pieces. The puzzle comes with it. I build this on a template, so the template guides me in the cutout, but the template becomes another puzzle behind this one. And it's usually a surprise to the client. It could be a birthday card, it could be a greeting card, it could be a psalm from the Bible, whatever people want. But people start putting this puzzle together and they realize there's something else here. And so now they have two puzzles for the price of one. It's kind of a unique, fun idea, and we started this because we had a photo of my grandson sitting on one of the trucks we made, and it was featured in a magazine because the photo was so nice. So my grandson knew this photo, and so when he saw the puzzle, he doesn't know what to do with it, but he knew this color went by this color, and he started figuring out. It was the first time he ever touched a puzzle. And as we started to put it together, he started having a lot of fun with it. on the internet, we started finding people that were actually making patterns to make toys and stuff. And I have my little grandson that we showed a little earlier, and I wanted to make toys for him. So once I found that there were places I could buy patterns, I didn't have to be that creative. I could make toys, and I started with a set of dinosaurs. And this is one of the first ones we made. These are some of the things that came out first. And he actually just loved them like a lot of children do. They're playful, they're fun. We have little people that go with them. So he gets to play with things and gets to enjoy that. And he loves to take things from here, set them on the floor, and then he'll set them back. And he just does that over and over and over again. And he's fascinated with these toys. So this was a great find for me. And I think it was my first indication that color sells. Okay, one of the things that we decided to do, since he liked to stack things, we were looking for a toy that he could stack. So we found this little townhouse, and it's got all kinds of little furniture pieces in it, and he just loves to take them all out, and the little people out. He loves to take them out, and he'll set them down or drop them down. He'll take this out, and he'll do that, and pretty soon he's got the house empty. And he ends up with all the little pieces laying on the floor somewhere. He just goes around and around and takes things out. And then when he's got them all out, he just starts putting them back. And they don't always end up back where they started, but that doesn't really matter. He's learning colors and having fun. And we can say to him, "Jacob, what's this?" And now he knows it's a TV. So it's been a good experience for him. But it seems like the best thing of all is he loves the little people that come in and out of things. And he will play with these cars. You can see they're a little beat up because they're not brand new. He has used them, and they fall off of bridges into canyons and all kinds of interesting stuff, and he just loves it. And so we built, since we had little cars, we built a little gas station for the cars to fuel up at. There's also a garage for parking the cars. And one of the things that right after this one, we came up with a plan for a biplane that's easy, fun, and he, at that point in his play life, he loved fans. So he would be fascinated with a fan in the ceiling. So when this came out, he just absolutely loved this. He would sit there and spin that propeller over and over and over again. And he had a lot of fun with it. He didn't fly it like a plane at the time. He just spun the propeller. He was pretty young, but he had a ball with that. He's getting older. We wanted to make some things that were a little more complicated to play with, and this train idea came along. And it was my first experience with baking wood. And by that I mean this train, wheels, the little coal car, there's absolutely no stain or paint on this toy product. So if you like all natural wood, safe, convenient, this is actually baked in an oven to turn it this color. The piece was cut off of here, put it in an oven with the wheels, and they were baked dark. It also sanitizes the wood. So there's nothing unnatural about this toy. And we do a lot of this now, and we'll show you some other things later, but it's kind of makes it for a unique toy. And it comes apart, but you can see it a little better here. This is all natural. A lot of people are amazed by that. This is the same piece of wood that this is, that was cut off the top and then baked in an oven. Gives you a number of options for toys that if you don't like paint for any reason, even though all paints that we use are child safe, some people just like natural wood and would prefer natural. This is a great way to add color to your wood. We can bake it light brown, dark brown, black, and we can do a lot with it. And we'll show you some more here in a minute. This is another example of baking wood. These are the same pieces of wood. These set little tea holders these two pieces were put in an oven before they were cut. And as you can see, the baking process goes all the way through the wood. So it's very sanitary, very safe, makes a huge difference in your wood. We found these little the little nurse and the little football player, and we thought these were really cute. We just scroll cut these out very simply, very quickly on a scroll saw, and gave them to my sister to paint. And she deserves all the credit because this is what she came up with. She followed a little design that she was looking at, but she painted this by hand and did a really great job on this little nurse. And since my wife is a nurse, it was a big hit. And I was a football player and probably in the day about that chubby. So this just hit home. We thought this was a lot of fun. She did a great job with this. Okay, my grandson, we've been talking about through the toy making process. He's the motivation behind some of this stuff, and so we thought it'd be cool if we developed a little something he could play with that might help him learn his letters. That's what we were thinking as adults. What really happened was he learned hand-eye coordination with this little set of his letters and little bears. First off, he loved the bears. I mean, and again, he takes them all out and he will put them all down, and then he'll have an empty thing, and then he starts putting them back. Well, the first thing he learned, because he's just a little guy, at the time he was 1.5, that his hand came to this little toy at an angle. And he learned he had to turn this way to get it to sit there. It was fascinating to watch him learn that. Now, it didn't matter to him whether it went this way or this way, because he didn't know a thing. But he learned that he could put them all in here fairly quickly. He was doing this. The next time he took them all out, he tried to do this. And again, it wasn't long before he realized he could not put them in. And so instantly he went back and turned them over. Now you notice the letters are all out of shape and all that. He wasn't learning his letters, but he was learning hand-eye coordination and how to make his body work to do what he wanted it to do. Very fascinating, and I think helped his learning process develop some. He's a very coordinated little guy. And so we made another one that was a little more complicated. This is a puzzle. It looks very simple to you and I, but when you cut a puzzle out, you can't get it out the front. You can only get it in and out through the back. Well, he learned right away that this is a little darker than this, and the light side had to go to the light side from the back. And my wife was amazed at that concept, that he learned that quick. But one time showing him, he had it. So again, teaching children and playing with children is fun, but you better be ready because it's not what you thought it was going to be. When Jacob started playing with this, he was probably not quite 1.5 years old. So he wasn't even walking yet. So he'd crawl up to something when he was picking this up and learning to play with the little bears and the little toys. And now he's 2.5, and the toys are a little more complicated to keep up with him. I'm trying to keep up with him. He's learning so fast that it's amazing to me. I'm taking the toys to another level, and so there'll be all levels in my toy making and on my websites that people can go from a toddler to a young infant to a little older child, and they can learn to play with those toys as they go. Another learning curve that was fun to watch for our little son, and as my progression as a toy maker, was this little car carrier that we built here for. I thought it was pretty. We built a blue one, a purple one, and this pink one. And I thought he would pull it around like a truck and a trailer, and he would drive it around like children do. But that wasn't what he saw. When he saw it, the first thing he did was lift this up, because he likes to stack, and he put it down like that and watched the cars roll off it. Now he thought that was tremendous fun, and that's how he played. And then he would try to put it back on, and if they stayed, that was great. If they didn't, but then he would set this back on there. He learned to put it back together. which was an amazing process for me. Okay, as we progress through our toy making career, so to speak, we're making a few things that are a little more different. This one is in progress, doesn't have the wheels on it, but it says I love my bus driver. We also make one that says I love my teacher. We couldn't keep that one around much at the end of the school year. This is another version, plain wood, very simple, painted wheels. This is another version of the same thing, all natural wheels. Beeswax and mineral oil are the only protectant on this, but it can be replenished, and we can tell you how to do that. We've gone through a whole debate with some of our toys. Is plain wood better? Should we go with some painted toys, or should we make the same set in painted toys? I think it's a personal preference for parents and child. It's an interesting process. We put these out for kids to play with. They play with these. They love these. They want to buy one. Immediately the child almost always goes to the color. And that debate starts between mom and child as, well, we would like you to have the plain. Oh, mommy, I love this colored truck. I love this yellow truck. And can I have the yellow truck? And can I play with this one? Well, oftentimes you know who's going to win that argument or that conversation. So we think there's value in both. That's why we make both. We're having fun with these. We're also developing a whole new line of toys that are simply made from wood flooring. It's two pieces of wood put together of wood flooring, and we cut it out, paint the edges, put wheels on it, and we're done. Again, there's some paint here and some paint here, but it's all child safe. If we go with a natural look, it would be something like this. This is all natural, one piece of wood, very unique because we cut the car in half once it was cut out, and we baked this in an oven to get the darker color. We can do that with all kinds of things and combinations, and some of our wood flooring that become all natural would be something like this. There's not anything on this except beeswax and mineral oil. And some parents like this, but it makes for a really unique looking toy. Lots of fun. So we cut them out in all different sizes, all different shapes, and we do some of that. We call these our Play Pals, and they're kind of a special toy for us. Also, another new product out for us is a paint that's really outstanding to me. Very, very safe. It's a metallic paint that really stands out. And because it sparkles, the children just love that. They're drawn to that like flies. We also are making a heavier toy that is big and bulky, and we paint this. This is a tough toy. Kids can drop this off a building and it'll probably survive. Again, plain wood or painted wood. So as we progress, I think both have their place. I love the look of the plywood on this with the plies and the way it looks, and it feels this is real. These are real heavy, and children will have a lot of fun with these. Susie and I are going out to dinner. We got hungry, and I like to carry toys, as some of you have seen. So we're going to go to our favorite Mexican restaurant and have dinner, and we're going to carry in some toys and show the staff just for fun because they love us here, and we always like to do that.
This is Old Town Mexican Cafe in Orchid, California, which is an old oil town just south of Santa Maria, California.
Go ahead. Hello. Yeah, well, there's four of us actually, but we're here. We wanted to show off what we do a little bit. You've seen some of our toys and stuff, so we're just going to be messing around.
I'm great. How are you?
And we wanted to feature your restaurant a little bit because we come here and you guys are so responsive all the time. And so I told him I have to bring in a toy or you might not recognize me. I don't bring in her or the toy. So
we know, yeah.
Tables for four.
All right.
How long have you been working? I guess I take it in high school you're probably more of a wood shop guy than an auto shop.
Never.
Really?
I never had a wood shop in my life.
No way.
I retired 2 years ago, and a year and a half ago I bought $1,000 worth of tools, cheapo stuff, and start making things and had no idea where I was going.
Wow.
And then I met these folks, and they make the pattern that this comes from.
Gotcha.
So once I found them, this is a pattern that I could make. Their patterns are awesome. So
Really?
then I could build this from scratch. And then it went on from there. And now we make all kinds of things. We have access to probably 300-400 toys that we can make.
Oh wow.
So, and it's grown from just, I couldn't cut straight, I couldn't sand, I didn't know how to paint, nothing. Didn't know nothing about wood burning. So it's come this far in that time.
Neat. Yeah, in 2 years, that's a long way, definitely. Well,
Yeah.
that's an awesome figure, I have
Thank
to
you.
say. You know, especially being built at your house. You know, it's not like you have professional tools or anything like that to make it from. I mean, so
And
It shows you that just about anyone can do it.
yeah, it's neat. It's definitely looks like a fun project to work on. You know.
and we're encouraging kids, because this is cut on a scroll saw.
Gotcha.
Have you ever seen a sewing machine?
Yes, actually, my mom used to work with one a long
If a
time
lady
ago.
can use a sewing machine,
Yeah.
a kid can use it, they can use a scroll saw, and they could make this in a couple of weeks
Oh wow.
by learning how to do it. And that's what we're going to encourage kids to do.
Now, with the pieces, do you start off like with a sketch first, I guess?
I have their patterns, and the patterns are such that you take the pattern, you cut it out, and then you just glue it to the wood, and then you cut the pattern out. Take the pattern off the wood, there it is.
Neat. And then
Now you just have to figure out, how am I going to put this together? Starting in the middle, glue it and clamp it, glue it and clamp it, glue it and clamp it until you have the pieces built.
Gotcha.
I build, which is contrary to most people, I build this assembly one time without this wing. And then I build this assembly. And then when this is built, then the wing comes on from this way.
Oh wow.
Because it fits, it won't fit with the wheels.
Yeah.
Then the tail goes on.
Gotcha.
Then the front goes on, and it's done.
Neat.
So by getting all of this painted, done, whatever you're going to do, and glued together as one assembly, gluing this together as one assembly, then it makes it easier.
Oh wow. It's almost like putting a puzzle
It
together,
is.
I guess.
It
Yeah.
is. The biggest challenge to this particular plane is getting the wings on,
Gotcha.
because you drill them as one. You drill all the holes as if when they're together.
Oh,
So this
okay.
hole matches that hole.
Gotcha.
Now it's easy to put this. This is cool. It's easy to put these dowels in this wing,
Yeah.
because you can twist them in there.
Yeah.
You can't do that here.
Yeah.
They better fit.
That's what I was about to say, because if you had drilled the holes before and for some reason doesn't fit, you kind of have to.
You got a problem.
Yeah.
And I have a couple biplanes that are flying around the house that the wings are kind of cockeyed.
There you go.
But nobody's gonna
They're the
notice.
prototypes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to
So-
start somewhere. So that's awesome, though. Yeah.
So this is where we are. This is what we're learning.
Nice. Well, that's neat. Well, yeah, I remember you had mentioned you're building a truck, I guess, for the owner.
Yeah.
The diesel truck. That should be pretty cool to look.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And it'll almost match your Kenworth that's up there. The red,
Yeah.
The green and red one.
Yeah.
But of course his truck is white.
Yeah.
So it'll be white, and it'll have the restaurant logos on it.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, besides planes, do you have any other toys that?
We make helicopters and
Nice.
boats and
Yeah.
little toy cars like
That's cool.
these.
Yeah, these are neat. Nice.
You know,
Those are great stocking stuffers, just
Oh,
a little
definitely, yeah.
something,
and
My nephew would love these. Yeah.
His-
He's always, you know, how he crawls and likes to push
Yes.
things. So.
and the pattern was designed to be on a 1/4 inch wood. Well, a lot of times I'm cutting out a thing out of a 2x4.
Gotcha.
So here I have this piece in the corner that's this big. Well,
Yeah.
why not make this thing? So I call it a fat boy.
Oh, there you go.
But I have a business card somewhere. But yeah, that's how we start. We just started, and the biggest thing for me was getting to the paint,
Gotcha.
learning to paint, and this is
Like
all
on the wood and stuff, I guess.
child safe.
Yeah.
But it's just Krylon paint you buy at Walmart,
Oh wow.
so anybody can do it.
Yeah, that's neat.
And we just put this, we spray paint outside in Santa Maria's wind.
Oh
So
no.
again, that's a hard thing
Just
to
in
do.
your backyard, pretty much.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but you learned, and in fact we were painting today, as you can tell. But this is one of our cards, and I wanted to give you a card.
Excellent.
And there's two sites on the card that you have to pay attention to.
Okay.
My Etsy site, where these things that I've made are already displayed.
Nice.
But here's a place where I buy my patterns from. called toymakingplans.com.
Oh wow!
And if you want a fun shopping experience, go there.
Just check them out.
They
Check out
have
the designs.
hundreds of plans that you can look at. But the neat thing is, they're all in color. They're all beautiful. There's videos.
Oh wow!
Don't take a kid there though, because he'll want everything.
Oh my gosh! I definitely know what that's like.
But you can spend hours poking around that site.
I want this. I want that. Yeah.
Well, that's what I do, and she gets frustrated because I get so carried away. I buy every set of plans they can make.
It just kind of reminds you of your childhood, and
Yeah.
you just
I
can't
get carried
turn
away. I'm going to build this. I'm going to build this. So I got to have it in my thing. So I get carried away with that, and I love to have the plans. And
Yeah.
I sit there and look at them. Like yesterday, I was waiting for some folks to show up. Well, I was nervous about them showing up, but I wanted to do something. So I took one of my sets of patterns that was really simple
Yeah.
and made it yesterday.
Yeah.
And out of scrap wood that came off my workbench that I just made.
Oh wow.
Extra throwaway pieces.
Yeah.
Made 4 puzzles.
Neat. See, so you could just pretty much do anything with
You
wood.
just adapt and go on and play with it as you go.
Yeah. Oh wow.
This is a little condominium village that he made.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. It's so colorful and there's
It's almost like Lego pieces just out of wood.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And
children can use their imagination.
Yeah.
that's why you see me coming. This is
Oh
our
my
grandson.
God. No way. That's
And we built that
That's
truck.
awesome.
He's sitting in the truck.
the Tonka truck. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And we've been having great success with this little bus.
Yeah.
It says, I love my teacher.
Yeah. It's like a desk.
Yeah. And she can put her things up here, but we make one also that says, I love my bus driver.
There you go. Yeah.
Children always want to give their teacher a little gift at the end of the school
It's
year.
true, yeah.
It's perfect for
Something
that.
to
Or
thank them
Christmas
for.
or something.
Yeah. That's definitely neat.
So that's one of the unique
Yeah, that
helicopters.
is
That's
really. Oh wow. The
called a
detail in
SWAT
that.
helicopter.
Yeah. That's cool.
Isn't that cool? So anyway, that's what we do.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
Roll
well, I
around.
just wanted to get like some insight, on how you got started. So, I mean, thank you for sharing with me.
All right,
Yeah,
you
no
bet.
problem. Thanks for coming in.
We're Ken and Susie Martin of Santa Maria, California. We own Fuzzy Duck Creations. We invite you to buy our toys. We build toys that kids love and parents trust. This is Old Town Mexican Cafe in Orchid, California, which is an old oil town just south of Santa Maria, California.
A party of 30 tonight, so they did a lot of prep. We're doing a lot of prep here, making sure that it all works out. So, gotta have it work out somehow, and that's the way to do it. Be prepared, This is Armand. This is probably our head chef, one of the best. He's been working here for many years. He makes delicious food. Thank you. Definitely. That's how you represent the Old Town Mexican Cafe,